Ladies and gentlemen, it is time again to save some money on some amazing Switch games. In this video, we're going to go over 10 awesome Switch games that are currently $5 or less. It's really hard to find games that cheap, but lucky for us, I have 10 of them in this video, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Yeah, very simple premise. Today I have 10 Switch games that are on the Nintendo Eshop that are currently $5 or less. All of them are really cool, really fun, and really cheap. Before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe if you could. We're getting very close to 6,000 subscribers, and let's go and get right into this video. The first game I want to talk about is called Unit 4, and this is currently $1.99. An alien army has stolen the sacred artifact of our hero's tribe. Similar reports are coming from other planets. The problem? The solar system will decay without the power of these artifacts. Begin an epic journey to uncover the truth. What is this army trying to accomplish, and can you recover the artifacts before the universe collapses? This is a really simple but really fun and engaging game. I really like the little art style here. It's like kind of cartoony but still immersive somehow. And yeah, it's $2. There's actually a real fleshed out adventure here. The story is kind of wacky and it takes on multiple roles depending on who you're playing with. And this really is a fun adventure, especially for only $2. The next game we're going to talk about is called Narita Boy, and this is currently $2.49. Become symphonic in Narita Boy, a radical action adventure. As a legendary pixel hero trapped as a mere echo within a digital kingdom, discover the mysteries behind the techno sword. So I just got done playing Katana Zero, and I absolutely loved it, and I was looking for other games that are kind of similar, and this game gives me the same vibe, but this game has its own identity, and its own aesthetic, and its own adventure. So I was lucky to play that and be able to find this. This game is freaking awesome, dude. It is so cool. It captures the essence of retro gaming, even though it's modern. Like the style and the graphics and the sounds, and it's just a really neat game, especially for $2.49. The next game we got to talk about is Yoku's Island Express, and this is currently $3.99. And the simplest way to explain this is just a Metroidvania, and those are always good. But in this one, you use like a little ping pong ball, I guess, and you somehow like traverse the levels with that, and it doesn't sound like it would make sense, but it does make sense, and it's just so fluid and so fun and so addicting. And I actually love the setting of this game. Like, I don't know if I would call it tropical, but it just makes you feel like you're having a fun time. And that's the games I like the most, is when you're playing them, they don't try to take themselves too serious. They're just a fun game. They're not groundbreaking or anything. They're just a fun adventure, and that's exactly the feeling you get when you play this game. The next game we got to talk about is Hotshot Racing, and this is currently $2.99. Hotshot Racing is a blisteringly fast arcade-style racing game fusing drift handling, razor-sharp retro visuals, and an incredible sense of speed to create an exhilarating driving experience. In this game, there's over 16 different tracks, and they're so freaking hard, some of them, and so fun and so engaging. And the crazy thing about this is, even though this is on the Switch, this game is 60 FPS. I know, how is that possible? And to simplify it, it's a really cool racing game with cool graphics that's really cheap. Like, what else do I need to explain to you? Before we get any further, I just want to say the day that this video comes out is the night of the Game Awards, and I'm going to be streaming it live on YouTube, so come and hang out with us. The next game is Kave Adventure. This is a very simple premise. You are a caveman who has a jetpack, and you have to beat levels. It's a really cool 2D platformer, and the game that it reminds me of the most is Donkey Kong, and I'm literally playing like the OG Donkey Kongs right now on this little handheld device I have. It's making me want to replay this game. Like, I got this game on an eShop sale years ago, and I still play it all the time. There's over 36 levels, I think, in this game, and over 30 types of enemies, and it's really freaking hard sometimes. But this is one of the best looking Switch games for the price that you're gonna pay. I wish I would have picked it up sooner. It's so freaking good. If you're looking for a fun adventure and you only have a couple bucks, this is an easy recommendation. The next game we have to talk about is the Escapists 2 Game of the Year Edition, and this is currently $4.04. That's right, they got the extra 4 pennies. So what this is I'm pretty sure like 2 games in one, and it's multiple prisons you have to escape from, like 11 different prisons. And it's a simulator where you have to try to figure out how you're going to escape from prison, but there's also like an adventure there, and it's kind of an RPG, and you have to get these items and do a bunch of stuff. It's an addictive prison simulation game, bursting with humor, sandbox gameplay, and duct tape, I guess. This game is really, really cool. I like weird little adventures like this. They remind me of old Flash games, and Some of them were really good. This one is really good. And for $4, it's like a huge adventure, especially because you're getting all the DLC. Whoa, why is my camera so lopsided? Alright, so this next game I learned about when I was making an eShop sell video one time. I was like, oh, what the hell is this game? And I clicked it, thought it was interesting, and I bought it. And now you can buy it. It's called Beat Cop, and it is currently $1.99. New York is more like a beast than a city. Explore its darkest corners and uncover its secrets as Jack Kelly, a former detective who has been framed for a murder. Degraded and forgotten by old pals, it's your last chance to find this truth behind this terrible mess. The thing is, your new boss treats you horribly. Your wife is a money-sucking spawn from hell. And the local mafia wants your head on the plate. I guess you could say things are complicated down here in the middle of Brooklyn. If that description doesn't get you excited to play this game, then what the hell is wrong with you? Definitely check this game out. The next game we have to talk about is Overcooked Special Edition, and this is currently $3.99. Working as a team, you and your fellow chefs must prepare, cook, and serve up a variety of tasty orders before your customers storm out in a huff. Sharpen your knives and dust off your chef whites. This is a quintessential multiplayer game. When people ask, what are some of the best multiplayer games? What are the best multiplayer games? I'm going to recommend Overcooked and Overcooked 2 every single time. This is the first one, but I think this comes with like extra DLC and stuff. Either way, you can't go wrong. These games are very freaking addicting though, I will warn you. This is like one of the first Switch games I think I ever bought. It's still as good as it was when I first got it, so yeah, if you're looking for a fun multiplayer game or a game you just want to challenge yourself, this is an easy pickup. The next game we have to talk about is Pac-Man Championship Edition 2+. I know, what kind of title is that? It's still a good game, don't worry. In Pac-Man Championship Edition 2+, it features eye-popping high-resolution 3D graphics and funky visuals. The latest version of the classic game takes chomping and chasing through mazes to a whole new level. When one player gets caught by a ghost, the other player can come to the rescue. Team up with your friends and family to weave through the mazes and make it to the boss battle together. This game is cool because it has a bunch of different modes, a bunch of new upgrades, better graphics. I always wonder how are they going to make Tetris and Pac-Man and all the classics feel modern without making them gimmicky? And it's games like this that do it perfectly. Every time I go to an arcade, one of the first things I always play is Pac-Man. It's so fun, but it's something I don't want to play on my Switch. But this version, I can get down with this. This is awesome. The last game we're going to talk about today is called Freedom Planet, and this is currently $4.49. Freedom Planet is a fast-paced, combat-driven platform adventure that pits a spunky dragon girl and her friends against hostile foreign powers and alien attack forces. There's trouble around every turn from insects to giant robots, but players will have a variety of special fighting abilities at their disposal. So what's cool is there's multiple characters in this game, and depending on who you play the campaign as, you'll have your own certain abilities and some of your own unique stages. So it really does have a big replayability, which is really cool. I love when games go out and do this. And dude, just look at the graphics. I mean, what are we doing here? This game looks absolutely freaking fantastic. I love this style of gaming. I'll never get tired of it. Definitely check this game out. Ladies and gentlemen, there was 10 Switch games, currently $5 or less on the Nintendo Eshop sell page. I don't know what the hell it's called anymore, but they're currently $5 or less, and yeah, that's all you need to know. Down below, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I love hearing from you guys, and if you made it this far, come and hang out tonight on stream. I'm going to be streaming on YouTube from now on at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I think that's when the Game Awards start. We'll react to it together, see what new games get announced, and we'll have some fun. But you guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.